Okay, this is recorded from the SD, the little tiny FD slot thing. Okay, USB Type-C cable. This is 100 watts going through it right now, but it should just help if I turn on the speaker and just run through it. See? 100 watt USB-C cable. Works every time. Oh, it's very light. Yeah, those feet, the feet on this thing will definitely get rid of 100%. And compare this to the PC size, and compare this to that PC size. It's bigger! Oh yeah, the question that just dawned on me is where the hell is the power cable? It's possibly in that bag. Let's see what's in here. Ooh! Fascinating! And yet you, mister, are going to be in a different case soon. Wow, it's loud. You're supposed to put the one you're supposed to put in here, well, normal size power supplies, would normally fit, but it's tiny, but longer. So, I wonder what I'm going to put inside the Secret Channel Challenge series. Oh yes, what did you do on day 5? I built a PC in day 5 and 6. Yeah, that's totally related to the channel. Yeah, in any means, it's actually related to the channel. Yeah, that's easy. No joke, that's actually easy. And then take that out. That's DVD drive. No longer needed. So I think it's just a set of cables. Take that out. Take that out because I know my cables. Yeah, I know my cables. Yep, it was them. And now you can remove that. And now... Yep, there's one more post in there. Yep, I'm breaking it. Ah, there we go. Something clicked. Take that out. Definitely get a new CPU cooler for crying out loud. That, my friend, is a power supply. Get your names right. I think just pull, and it comes out, and it doesn't actually break, because I feel like it is going to break if I do. Just a pull. We're in! Oh my god, we're in. Boys, we're in! Boys, we're in! We're in! Okay! Time for some fun! Let's install the motherboard and hope that everything fits. Don't need you anymore, and you're in my way. Represent the power supply. And now, we've got you in there, you're the longest cable, and then you're the short, and then you're the other cable that you still need. And then look how cool that is. That's the motherboard right there. Crazy. And then this just gets screwed to one of the screw holes. And okay, so I'm starting to think that this is not going to work. So basically, that's the exact same. I just found the pin. Yes, let's go. Oh, that's so funny. That cable connects into there. That's missing a pin. And this is missing the pin in the exact same location. It's like, you've got to be joking me. Oh my god. That one fits perfectly. Snug as a bug, as if it existed there. So now we got... Okay. I know it's a crazy idea, but I zip tied these two fans together. They're one screw in there, one screw in there. Okay. Slight update. This is the speaker, and it came with this motherboard. It's the tiniest speaker anyway, but I've just basically clipped it onto this bracket and then taped it in because it keeps on falling out type thing, so... It's here! Yeah! It doesn't say that on Amazon though. No, it still says it's still arriving, but it's here. So all this series is going to be pre-recorded, so if you're really, really interested, it is March the... Wake up. Thursday the 19th of March, 5:31. This video won't even come out until a month. I hear a fan kicking. And I'm unplugging now. It's displaying, but it's white. It's displaying. It's a recovery settings. So the PC was off for too long, and it's going into recovery mode, and that's why it didn't turn on, and that's why it's on white mode at the moment. Windows. I don't have a keyboard plugged in. Nothing's plugged into the graphics card. What are you? Well. Hopefully, this is the last set. That's Bob and Bob. This should hopefully be the last order, and then it will be fully operational. I will think about that. Oh, hello. It came in the bag for that one. Okay. Okay, so this is where the PC is. I'm going to unscrew it, and I'm hoping that this will work, to say the least. Nevertheless, I should actually test to see if it actually works as is. I'll do that now. The first things first. Well, I know what I ordered anyway. These are the LED lights. Not going to go inside this case because nevertheless, if that doesn't present LED, then these will. Basic remote, but nevertheless, these are also basic LED lights. They're not smart ones in any means. No, these are basic LED lights. You can see they have just that to that, which is like what I have up on my floating shelf lights. They're basic lights. These are basic lights. Those floating shelf lights are only around about 5 meters long. This is only a meter long because bear in mind it only has to cover here to here to here, and that's it. So we've got these. Put one on that shelf for now. Now we got this. Now I believe that this is the actual fan adapter. So then you can kind of see, because you can see in a way that there's a fan there, but the PC fans that are part of the case, they're not actually doing anything at the moment, no. But I got this little tiny adapter from Amazon. It cost me £7, yeah. And it will allow me to use 5-pin to 4-pin. Now the fans are 4-pin and the motherboard is 5-pin. So that will work quite nicely. And then these, well, these are actually used for the actual power supply unit itself, because the power supply is having to sit here because one of the cables is not long enough, whilst the 8-pin connector is not long enough, but nevertheless the 4-pin one is completely fine. So that is why I went ahead and got myself these. And I'm hoping. Now this is the pin header. Now this will allow. What's that? Okay. So this will allow me to plug this end into the motherboard and then this end into the power supply, meaning that it should be long enough. Nevertheless, it was a pack of 2, meaning that the fact if this doesn't extend it, well, which it should, because by the looks of stuff, that will work brilliantly. Same goes with this fan header 5-pin to 4-pin adapter. That looks like it will work brilliantly. And then the LED lights are just for show at the end of the day. If these don't work, they don't work. So yeah, I expect for them to work though. So yeah. Okay, just turned it on. running into some issues. Apparently one of the cables weren't plugged in properly, and then it started beeping at me because I pressed F5, not F1. Turns out it was one of the cables. The fan wasn't plugged in because I had to disconnect the fan to try and work out what was the right cable to be able to plug it into. Turns out it was the fan header. And then obviously that fan header will be unplugged, and then this one will be plugged in, which turns 5-pin into 4-pin. So and then guess what? This thing can finally get plugged in, yeah, and this thing controls this, and this. But I need to do a CPU I need to do a test run on it though. Okay, no idea why, but it had the box thing. Oh, look. So, for some reason, Windows booted up with it looking like a box, but now I changed it back to 19x20 1080p, and it's like, works now. So, yeah. Alright, benchmark time. Okay, so this is your normal CPU status. I'm doing absolutely nothing with the PC right now, and it's just on. Yeah, it's just on. You can see, look, it's just on. It's doing nothing. You can see this is what the CPU is at. The CPU is at 6. And this is at barely anything. This is at barely anything. And then this is the Wi-Fi. Now we're going to benchmark it. Now, the way that I did it last time around is actually, generally speaking, to play Minecraft online. Because for some reason, when I benchmarked it on here, it tend on making it crash. So, oh look, there you go. There's a spike. And now we're going to hit enter. I'm going to escape that. Oh, we're creeping up. The status is creeping up and everything. Let me make it load a little bit more better. So, when so this is Minecraft online version. It makes noises. Oh my god, look at that! Alright, this is not even push. It shouldn't push it, to be honest. Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good sign. That's not what we want, no. 95% CPU right now, that's bad. And this is just plain old online version of Minecraft, for crying out loud. Look at that. Awful. Memories, and that's basically not being used at the moment because this, oh, it says SSD. Yeah, nothing, because I'm not downloading anything whilst this is really quite high, but using this adapter, that will solve everything. Alright, let's turn this off, and we'll benchmark it again. But only this time around, we're going to plug in this cable, and see what the performance is when we have this cable on instead. Hopefully this cable adapter thing works and the PC fans actually do run, you know. Nevertheless, I will have to unplug the motherboard, I think, because well, I'll just switch it off on the extension lead, because the extension lead, believe it or not, it has a switch on it. It's crazy. You never know, you might actually be able to keep this power supply in here, because these PC fans, boy oh boy, they're massive. You know what else is massive. This is mouse, this is keyboard. Keyboard is black, mouse is white. And for the time being, I don't want to muck up those two, so I'll put one in there. And now, so for the moment of truth, something I've been wanting to do for quite a long time now is disconnect this idiot fan and plug in this, and plug in our actual PC fans, to say the least, because they deserve it more. Please fit. Oh my god, please fit. Yes, it fits in the adapter, meaning that we can actually plug this adapter in to this motherboard. Oh my god, it's in. We're in. Yeah. No more this fan now. No. Now we got PC fans. This is going to be interesting. Hey, it's not working. But it has booted. Hang on. One of the fans are spinning. One of the fans are spinning. The one that's not RGB is spinning. I knew it. Oh, look at that. That was spinning, but that was not, and that was not. That one's not got RGB, but that's supposed to be RGB. Oh, I can feel that. That's nice. That's real nice cold air. Okay, it's time. Yes, it's time. So, yet again, I'm going to disconnect these two cables, but nevertheless, I'm actually going to disconnect the power supply because I think that might actually be the issue that we're running into. And the HDMI now doesn't have any power whatsoever. Let's still install these lights first. Yeah, the lights. I could put them in. No, I don't think I can. Alright, let's see what these look like. Arrow, I'm guessing. Great, now I need a power bank. Oh wait, I have one. Nevertheless, once the PC is on, it will get power from in there, but I want to see what they look like. Oh! They're bright. Ooh! Fade. That's cool. Do I need this bit? No, I don't need this bit. Right, it should allow me to cut it off anyway, to say the least. 3, 2, 1. These will never work again. You can't tell me that doesn't look cool. Right, this. Oh no, get drilled through here, just like this. Alright, now we need to get rid of, you can't really see it, but yeah, now we need to get rid of these two because they're the USB fans. Yeah, they're the USB fans. We don't need one anymore. No, we don't. Because that's possibly what's causing the most amount of heat. What's possibly causing the most amount of heat is the fact the power supply, not even joking, it's resting here inside the PC code when it should be resting down here. So disconnect this 8P, which should allow me, and the 4P, and then it should allow me just to remove the this entirely. without any issues. Wow, that looks good. Now I hope that this does work. Oh my god, it just works. Okay, now we have two very long cables. Yeah, two very long cables for one power supply. Now we can actually stick this power supply where it belongs. Down here. So, I literally, genuinely speaking, you can see that this fan is not spinning up because I disconnected it. This RGB fan is blowing like mad. Like, the airflow is absolutely crazy. I'm holding it the wrong side. Like, you can see that moving, whilst this is barely moving. Like, there's some good strong wind on this bit. Whilst on this one there isn't. All because of the fact I disconnected this fan. Yeah, it's literally the RGB fan. That's getting like a really strong breeze. And all I did is just disconnect this. And that's it. It likes that. This one 5-pin to 4-pin adapter likes one fan, not 3. And especially not 4. But typically it likes the RGB fan. And if you're wondering as well, if I unlock my other phone right now, I've just started to post the series about this PC on there now. And if you go onto analytics, you can actually see part 1's on there now. Yeah, part 1's on there now. But you can also see part 2 is also on there. And part 3. So part 1's on there, you can see it's public and everything. But then part 2 is on there. But this is private. And then part 3 is on there. But it's also private. But this will come out tomorrow. And today's Thursday. So that's Friday. And then this will come out on Saturday. And then the long form video will come out because after this video you actually get to see the PC. And then between these two bits, I've left out the unscrew feet situation. But yeah, it's quite cool though to see that one fan in this little tiny 5-pin to 4-pin adapter works better than having 3 fans. And I bet you anything that if I press this, it goes into sleep mode, I think. Okay, so there it goes. Obviously no graphics card is plugged in apart from the USB one. If I turn this back on, this should boot up straight away. Well, what do you know? It spins to life straight away. Yeah, this is literally booted up straight away. As if there was no problem.